Hello, everybody. I'll just wait like a couple seconds for people to pop in, pop on. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all having a great day. I know I am. The first vote was absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so excited to be here hosting the second vote for all of y'all. My name is Allie Elliott. Most people call me Allie. My pronouns are they, them, and I am super excited to be here with you all right now. Yeah. So first, if you're not already in the Discord, pop into there. Instead of Facebook Live, all of our stuff is happening in the Discord. So if you want to head over there to join us, you are more than welcome to. We'd love to have you. I will be reading out comments while the poets are going on, reacting, XYZ. Hope you all are comfortable, sit back, relax, ready to watch some poetry. But before we get started, we just want to acknowledge that the land that we're on. So Voices of Today traditionally has taken place in what's colonially known as Toronto, traditionally the Huron-Wendat, Petun, Haudenosaunee, and Anishinaabe territories, as well as the treaty territory, specifically the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant between the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe and the Toronto Purchase Treaty 13. As we move online, Voices of Today looks to amplify the voices of the original caretakers of the land across the globe. It's our goal to honor and offer education to everyone on over the 10,000 years of Indigenous culture and a history that exists worldwide. We recognize that a majority of our current organizers live across Turtle Island, which is what the Lenni Lenape and Iroquois people traditionally have called North America. As a festival, we acknowledge that reconciliation takes ongoing efforts from non-Indigenous peoples, and we ask that all non-Indigenous attendees to continuously learn about the history of the land and its people from where they live and occupy, as well as to treat the land with respect the best way they know how. I know I'm personally in what's colonially known as Waterdown, which is traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Attawandaron, Mississaugas of New Credit, and Haudenosaunee peoples, which is also covered within the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Agreement. And I encourage you all to do the same and look up where you are in whatever way that is capable to you. So let's just sit with that for a moment, thinking about it. It's always important. And are we ready to get into the slam? So a couple of things going on. Hate speech will not be tolerated. Don't do that. If you haven't gotten into our Discord by now, you are not out of time. You can keep going. You can keep jumping into that. If you're not, converse with the other poets in there. Some poems will be about sensitive topics, and we prioritize that audience that takes care of themselves. So if you need to leave, if you need to take a moment, take a breath, step back, mute yourself, like close the tab completely, do whatever you got to do. In the Discord, however, we do have active listeners that are available for you to talk to DM, to message. Britt and LJ will be popping themselves into the chat so you can say hello to them. Hello, Britt and LJ. You are both phenomenal humans. If anything happens during the festival, either today, another day, at any time, Rabbit Richards is also around. For any reason, you can message Rabbit off Discord or move off Discord or whatever, but Rabbit is a lovely human who has given us their time and is around for all of you poets as well. If you have not bought a ticket for today's event, that's cool. We understand that monetary funds are something that is not super flexible, especially in the time that we are living in right now. And so if you do have money though, you can buy them below at this link here. All of our tickets today, whether that's this event, next event, future event, half the proceeds will be going to Freedom School today, which is super cool. And that's awesome. So getting into all these little details, the slam itself. Usually we have rules. Do we have rules today? That's a good question. Costumes? Allowed. Props? Allowed. Musical instruments? Allowed. Animals? Allowed. The only rules we do have, however, are no covers. All work must be original, though you can sample things as long as it's credit where credit is due, you know. We are not about stealing other people's poems in this space. No nudity. Consent is important. Consent is mandatory. Consent is amazing. And I would not like to see any nudity on the screen or in the Discord. Please respect the spaces that we have, and that these are youth spaces as well. These are not NSFW spaces. Thank you very much. Poems can be performed in any style, meaning however you wanted to perform them. That's how it's going. All videos, though, however, have been pre-recorded, so we don't have to be angry at linear time ever, which is super great, which means there's no scorekeeping, no judging, in terms of like running overtime, running out of time. That's all good there. So solid. Today we have Inali scorekeeping. Thank you very much, pal. And so all those scores will be calculated behind the scenes in a lovely, amazing Google spreadsheet. I am a Virgo rising, which means that my Google spreadsheet life is lovely. And we have 5 lovely judges. So let's hear it for our judges in the chat. Michael Yasso, Ash, Billy, Holden, and Melvi. We're super, super excited to have you here. And we're super, super excited to get started. In terms of the scores, however, these are going to be privately sent in on our Discord. We have a specific chat for our judges because we want you guys to be focusing on the poems and not the scores, because the poetry is the point, of course. I love Robin's tattoo that says that. Shout out. In between poems, instead of saying the scores, I will be reading out some of the messages from the Discord and talking about the poems in a non-biased way. And that's going to be really hard because I love poetry a lot, but that's okay. If you like a poet or like a poem, give it some love in the Discord, and this will give us lots of time to get things organized on our end from the tech side so everything runs smoothly for all of you. Now, the calibration poet. Let's talk about this for a second. There's a lot of information. I'm really sorry. The calibration poet is here. We have one. We have 2 to calibrate the judges in a non-biased way. And so therefore, all these poems can be judged in relation to the calibration poet. And this is going to be like the bar for the night, which will be super cool. And we get to see even more poems. And that will be super, super awesome. So are we ready to get into it? Before everything gets started, I will be just like reading out the names and the order of the poets so that y'all know who's coming up. Even though we don't have to like on deck because we love digital, we love pre-recordings. Tonight we have Justin, Cameron, Mo the poet, Nora, Lila, Shauna, and Liam. And I'm super, super excited to have all of you guys going. So let's get this thing rolling and head into our first poet, our calibration poet, Kai Mason.
Everything goes bump in the night. If you wait, late, the geckos thump and jump against their tanks and tubs, ghosts creak floorboards, but so do cats at odd hours. An old dog, settling slowly with the house and its phantoms. Everything goes bump in the night, whether we're haunted or not.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kai Mason, for your lovely, lovely calibration poem. While we get started, I'm going to pop myself into the Discord and I'm going to get reading some of these lovely, lovely comments that I'm sure are rolling in, except for I need to find the tab first. So judges, you got some time while I try and figure out what I'm doing. The poetry is on point. Oh, am I lagging? Am I lagging? I really hope I'm not lagging too much. I'm gonna like chill out, wait for a second. Hopefully we're going. Yeah, my excitement is a lot. I love poetry. I'm so excited. We love our judges. The poetry is on point. We have a lovely pal who's typing. Hopefully we'll figure out if I'm lagging a little bit. We do love poetry. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Judges have been getting stuff in, and I'm super, super excited to introduce a couple more poems in a couple more minutes. We're vibing. We're chilling. If you have a poet that you're super excited to hear from, either from any of our showcases or from any of our workshops, drop it in the Discord. Tell me who you're thinking about. And I will get back to those in a minute. But for now, our first poet of the bout, Justin, here you go. Oh, we're just...
How does something manage to hurt you before it's even started? Before the touch of fingertips, before we've gazed in that of each other's lonely eyes? This is unfamiliar. I have so many questions, so many thoughts spiraling in my head, yet I can't seem to come to a conclusion for why you only sing sweetly to me when you are intoxicated. You know, at one point this felt real, but now we've made this feel disconnected, and I can't help but think that maybe being alone is the only thing I need. Yet I still wonder what you are up to, even though it's really none of my concern. I'm sure you are trustworthy, or maybe not. It's hard to tell. Maybe one day I'll know. But until then, all I can do is sit here, in my own thoughts, wondering what you are up to, while my heart continues to yearn for you, and you continue to sit there, even more intoxicated than you were in the start.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for that amazing poem, Jessid. I'm gonna hop back into the Discord. That opening line. Kai's poet gets pals every time. We love that poet. Yes, lots of snaps, lots of cheers. I know that this is just the beginning of some amazing, amazing poetry, and it is going to be an amazing, amazing bout from here on out. No, it already has been. And it's just gonna keep going, keep getting bigger. Awesome. So we're gonna wait a couple of seconds to let our judges take some time, figure out what they gotta do, how they're gonna judge a poem. Judging poetry is hard. Location filming, yes. The last line, yes. We love it. We love poetry. But yeah, putting numbers to art is difficult. I'm gonna give them time to do that, especially because it's digital. Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. So our next poet coming up to the stage, let me introduce Cameron.
Drunken ramblings of a broken heart. If I were to spill my heart on this page, every word would merely be your name. Cut me open, and you would find the love letters I never had the courage to write tangled in my intestines. You do not live in my mind. You live in my subconscious. I only think of you when I'm dreaming. In my dreams, I lived through what high school could have been if I hadn't come out of the closet. Every night we were still friends. This is no metaphor. Maybe had it not been you who had taken this heart, you would not have had to dash from the crime scene. I wonder why my body always ends up being the crime scene. Why I'm only a burial ground for your most fatal flaws. Do you even remember them? When I hold them up to the light, it's hard to distinguish your flaws from your attributes. What am I saying? I barely know you. You were my friend once, 10 years ago.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Cameron. We always appreciate the poetry, always appreciate the poetry, and the Discord is telling you that we appreciate the poetry. We are loving the location filming. We are loving the lines. We are loving, we have a call out, I only think of you when I'm dreaming for a line. Ugh, we love poetry. Awesome. Letting those judges put some numbers to art for us. Poets, tell me, are you excited about the rest of the stuff that's going on today? About the next bout, about the workshop? If you're not signed up for Underground Indies already, that's okay. We will have that happening later tonight though. So there's lots of stuff going on. The poets are bringing it. Body as a crime scene is vivid. Wow, some more lines and comments from that last poem while we let the judges figure out what they're doing with their scores. Solid, solid, solid. Are we ready to get on to our next poem? Give me some like snaps in the chat. Give me some like stuff in the Discord. Let me know. Our next poet, our fourth poet up tonight, today, I guess. I realize we're all in different time zones, so maybe it's night where you are. Nora. My mistake. I realized that I had the order wrong on my card. Let me correct myself. Next up, Mo the poet.
This poem is called The Curly Hair. Her curly hair stays curly, especially after a warm shower. Her black hair is thick and curly. It bounces up and down. She lets it down during a class. Must be a long lecture. She can feel the weight of her hair against her skull, strands of hair frame her face. Goodbye, girl. Hello, brown goddess. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Mo the Poet. We really, really appreciate all the poetry going on. The Discord is full of love. Oh, so good. I love seeing all the support in the Discord. It's so phenomenal. People are hyped for Underground Indies. People are snapping. People are clapping. Go, Mo. Let's go, Mo. She can feel the weight of her hair against her skull. Beautiful line that has been shouted out in the Discord as well. I love this human, says another one. Oh, so amazing. Awesome. Letting those judges tabulate those scores for us. Because as much as we don't really care about the numbers, that's kind of the competition part of it, which sucks, but that's okay. Solid, solid, solid. Are we ready to move on for our next poet? Our next poet now will be Nora.
I don't believe in heaven. I wasn't raised religiously, but you were. You had a priest visit your hospital room. You were given your last rites, praying that soon you'll be with your mother, father, sisters, and brother again, and of course, free of suffering. I don't believe in heaven, but I really wish I did, because then I could have comfort in knowing the fact that you're in a better place, and more selfishly, knowing that you're looking down on me. Because I wasn't ready to say goodbye, and even though I knew it was time, I really wanted more of it. I wanted you to see me graduate, go to university, fall in love, one day meet my children, at the very least. One more Saturday dinner, one more hug, and one more chance to say that I love you. I don't believe in heaven, so I'll take my chances on other things like blowing out birthday candles or wishing on stars. So since the day that you died, I find that whenever I go out at night, I'll look up at the stars and say, I really hope there's a heaven.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Nora. That was super, super amazing. And the Discord, again, is just full of love, which is amazing to see. Who is this poet? What an amazing poet. The poet got tagged. We love. So good. I'm super, super excited for all this poetry. It's making my heart so happy to hear everyone's beautiful words. And yeah, it's super, super great. I hope you guys are also enjoying yourself today. If you want to come to more of our events, there's lots of them happening. So you just gotta take a look. You can head over to our website at voicesoftoday.ca. Take a look at our schedules, take a look at our socials. Social plug, voices_of_today. Come join us there. Next, we have our poet up, Lila.
On Pinterest, they show you flowers growing out of band-aids. So I tried it. I expected my wounds to heal into something beautiful, but I kept itching for the blood, wanting something to ground me, wanting something to show me I'm still alive. But it's been 98 days without cutting. Thumb as broken as before. My mind found new ways of convincing myself I'm not enough. To show me that I don't deserve the air I breathe, I don't deserve the space I take, I don't deserve the voice I hold. So I keep it in the back of my throat, only allowing strangled cries in the middle of the night. But my emotions drown me out. I end up with salty water in my lungs, and I just hope it won't infect my cuts. I hope the band-aids don't come undone, though they were never effective in the first place, only there for the flowers that never grew. Sometimes I still hope that flowers will sprout from the wounds I used to cut. I still hope that if I leave my cuts alone long enough, they will heal. But I should have known that flowers can't grow in poisoned blood.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Lila. It's super, super amazing to hear all these poems. Oh, so good. The Discord, again, being amazing. If you are not in the Discord, put yourself in the Discord if you want to. Consent is important. You don't have to if you don't want to. But if you want to feel the love in the Discord chat with all of us, head over there and do so. It's been super, super great. Great use of soft voice contrasting with soft words. Damn, talk about powerful metaphors. This poet snaps. A big old oof. Oh, so good. Awesome. And now, shall we introduce our next poet coming up to the virtual screen? Shauna?
Language of Body Positivity by Shauna. I'm used to seeing bodies that don't speak my language, shapes and sizes foreign from my own, and it's been this way my entire life, so I'm used to not being able to participate in conversation. But then I saw her, rather myself, my body. She was fine art carved out of marble. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and I held her close, cradling her. It was nice to finally see a familiar face, but bliss doesn't last forever. I saw my body on her scale, followed by an ad for a diet program. It's hard to write a new language when your tongue is always being cut from your mouth. In every magazine and clothing store, I am told that there is no way to pronounce my size. The only words I am taught to describe my body is foul ones, and I no longer stand for it. I am going to write a new language and make those words fit my definition of beauty.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Shauna. The Discord is full of love. These last lines are killing it. You are all so wholesome. I can't. Fine art carved out of marble. Your words are as colorful as your shirt. It's hard to write a new language when your tongue is being cut from your mouth. OMG. Oh, these poets blowing my mind. All of this is all in our Discord, and it's super, super lovely. Having an online festival and like having ways to connect with each other sometimes it's hard. And I'm super, super grateful that Voices has come up with this really, really intuitive, innovative way to like have us be able to like chat with each other and meet each other and like converse among poets. And it's been super great. At least I think it has been. So I hope that you also feel the same way. Yeah. Now our last poet of the round one, our 1 minute round. We're already at the end of round one, which is, well, here we go. Our last poet for the last poet of the first round is Liam.
How my brain with ADHD answers a question. A demonstration. My friend asks a question. Liam, what did you do on Saturday? And my brain goes, well, I spent Saturday sighing, alone, listening to Post Malone, feeling like a ghost at home, feeling like I'm supposed to have grown out of this. Vision like a clouded mist in Kensington Market, sipping on some vegan shit. Now, I'm not vegan, but I sip the shit. With a piece of the pizza then. Put a pen in my hand and try to write some poetry, but writer's block is choking me like it's into kinky shit. It's not the healthiest relationship. Ship sinking like it just hit a damn iceberg. Trying to find some nice words. That might suffice. Sure, for her. This girl I met last week. Can't sleep a wink since meeting her. I got her number, but I feel like deleting her. Because ever since meeting her, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Logic has always lost to me. A beautiful woman that doesn't wrap her opinions and apologies. She's got a college degree and we don't agree on everything, which means we've got stuff to talk about. Argue, then we map it out. That's the stuff I'm talking about. It's like she got the key to my heart, then she locked me out. Now I'm pouting like a puppy. She won't let this little doggy out. It's like I'm stuck in her matrix. A red pill won't save this. I don't know what her love is laced with, but it tastes like forever.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Liam. Let me pop into the Discord.
It was pretty good, yeah.
We're good. Okay, solid. Yes, mic drop, that intro, this flow, incredible. This poem is a mood and also amazing. Sometimes technical difficulties happen and that is a-okay. But that brings us to the end of round one. And I don't know how we got here, but we did already. So here we are, which means that we'll be heading into round two in a minute, which means this is our round of 3-minute poems this time, which is super, super exciting. It's super cool. But in the case that you have a spare moment on your hand in between poems or after poems or like after this event, because it's amazing and you don't want to miss a single second of it, you can head over to voicesoftoday.ca/festival-tickets-day-2, which is right there. I say words a lot. I say links a lot. I speak in links sometimes. And so I just say them a lot. But that's there for you to see. And you can head there and buy tickets to this event today, with all the donations going to Freedom School, or 50% of our proceeds going to Freedom School. In case you want to buy other links or check out Freedom School, you can check them out there. If you want to buy tickets, not links. I'm thinking about links now. Tickets for other days of the events, you can also head over to our website, Voices of Today /festival tickets. If you take out that day 2 part, that will take you to the rest of our festival tickets, and you can see which organizations will be donating to every day, as well as the schedules of the events, and you can just take a full-on look through whatever is there, which is super, super cool and super exciting. Now, let's take a deep breath. We had a lot of poems. I know I need it. My brain is moving very fast right now, you know? So let's take some breaths and let's head ourselves into round 2 for the 3-minute poems. Again, we'll have our sacrificial poet, our calibration poet, if you will, and that is Annika.
It starts in kindergarten. A classroom full of tiny seeds of potential, a teacher who is excited to help them grow, and my mother asking schools, so what would you do with a 4-year-old child who can already read short chapter books? It starts in kindergarten, school after school saying, she's doing fine, saying she can learn it again with the others, saying we'll treat her the same as everybody else. And all my mother can hear is, we'll make her the same as everybody else. If a magnolia tree and a rose bush are the same size, only one of them is thriving. If a magnolia tree and a rose bush are the same size, you do not stop watering the tree. If a magnolia tree and a rose bush are the same size, they both still need care. Both still need nourishment. My mother once told me that her elementary school tried to prune people like her, people like me. Tried to cut them down to size, shape them into perfect uniformity. She didn't meet the smartest boy in her grade until high school because the 2 classes had to be of equal ability. She was cut off, starved of friends, of supports, of knowledge until she almost wilted, almost withered. She refused to allow the same thing to happen to me. She taught me to see the seeds of potential inherent in everyone, but she refused to allow me to see my own potential as anything less than limitless. She taught me through gentleness the things she learned through pain, taught me to value the parts of myself that others might call strange, might call warped or abnormal or broken. She showed me the marvel of the magnolia tree, how it blooms early, before it grows leaves, an explosion of pink and white, petals the size of my palms that slowly fall away to green as it learns to nourish itself with leaves the length of my forearm reaching up towards the sky. It starts in kindergarten. My mother asking school after school what they would do until one of them says, wow. Until one of them says, that's amazing. Until one of them says, we'll make sure she has plenty of books, sets me to writing stories as my classmates learn phonics, lets me skip a grade in math, and then another 2 years later, one of them says, we want this tree to grow as big and tall as she can. We believe in what this little flower could be. We want her to believe, too.
Thank you very much, Annika. Oh, so good, so phenomenal. Let me head into the Discord and take a look at what's going on in there. I move magnolia trees and rose bushes. I love lots of people are typing, and this poem, lots of love in the Discord, lots of snaps, lots of claps. It's a time like not being able to like hear them in person or like see them, you know, and so it's super lovely to like have the Discord existing like that. That right there, that's our YouTube. That's our Instagram. That is our Twitter handle. Go find it. Go give it some love. Go give us a follow. It'll be super, super great and super awesome. And you can catch up with all the other amazing events that are happening this week. Tonight we have a showcase. Tonight we have underground indies. And tomorrow we have a whole new set of things going on. Grab your tickets. Get a drink of water. Breathe. Take a breath. Ready? Are we ready to go into our competing poets for round 2? Here we go. Ready? Liam.
I screamed, alone in a public park, until my diaphragm burst into flames and evaporated the rain from my body. I open Facebook Messenger and ask the group chat if anyone is on campus. A few of them are. She messages me, "Don't you dare go to anyone." So I don't, as I've been trained to. Where are you? Hell. Well, I can't say that, so I just say Arundel Park. It's almost dark and the park is empty. These downpour rains make gravel trails bubble. Lightning threatens overhead. Oh God, please. Let me be that one in a million. Rain pools my ears, fills my shoes, bends eyelashes. I spit rainwater as I curse. Maybe this rain will drown me, found me floating by the picnic tables, cause of death, apathy. She contacts me. I'm coming. I remember teaching her to drive. Summer, gravel parking lot. She paused, laughing in nervousness as she takes the wheel. God, I loved her eyes when she listened, when she used to. She arrives halfway, asking me to walk the other. You know, you can't talk to any one of our friends about us. I apologize. Darkness drives to Starbucks. To the male barista at Starbucks working the rainiest day Mississauga has ever seen, the hot chocolate she ordered and winked at you over the counter for was for me. It was in the car to shut me up, to teach me to never leave, no matter how dark the clouds got.
And that was our first poem of the second round. Thank you, Liam. Let's hear it in the Discord. We got The Talent. Is this a music video? I'm crying. Art. A lot of heart eyes. Dance crossover. I'm hooked. Oh, so amazing. So good. So phenomenal. The Discord is full of love as always. So many snaps. So many claps. So many beautiful comments about everyone's amazing work. So good. I'm inspired. I'm sitting here listening to all these poems and I'm inspired to sit down and write, but I can't because I'm hosting an event. So I guess that just means I'll have to do it after. But in the meantime, we have more poems for you. And please welcome our next poet to the stage, Shauna.
The Tests of Fire by Shauna. I'm sorry I tried to give up on you, my dear. My eyes were clawed out by something sinister, something that blindedly affected my soul, hoping for my friendship, but the cost was my breath. I felt like you had no more for me. I felt like my wick that fueled my fire was to be cut short. Oh, my dear, how I was wrong. You are a miracle I was entrusted with. I may have been reckless, but now I will protect you at all cost, cradling you in my palms with my face towards the sun. I swear on blue skies and night skies to protect you. I was romanticized by the waltz of darkness, swept into its arms and forced to dance. My feet began to bleed from being dragged across the floor until I saw you across the way, dazzled by your warm smile and open arms wanting me. You were my favorite love affair, my dear. I remember our first day together, splendid moments laid out on a picnic blanket for my taking. Every day after that was the same. You gave me a medal for my bravery, which is what I needed to continue on. I wear it proudly around my neck. The ribbon, made of my best qualities and the shape of the medal of my dreams. Scrawled across the front, it reads, Ignis Arion, probat misere fortes Virgos. Fire tests the gold, but adversity tests the brave.
I still hide.
Thank you so much, Shauna. That was so phenomenal. So much love in the Discord. We have an amazing GIF. Okay, is it GIF or GIF? I say GIF. People are probably gonna get mad at me for that. And you know what? That's fine. Lots of snaps, and it's this amazing, I guess, image, or yeah, it's a GIF. No, it moves. Of this just like this amazing, amazing human with spiky hair and sunglasses, poetry snapping. And that's how I feel every second of this slam because everything is so, so amazing. And I'm so, so excited to introduce our next poet of the second round, Lila.
I still hide behind my thoughts. I still imagine pills and never waking up again. I still hope of never waking up again. But more than anything, I hope that someday I'll be happy to open my eyes in the morning, to see the sun seeping in through my windows. I still have hope that sunny days are out there, somewhere hidden over the storm. Someday I'll feel the sun giving life to me. Someday I'll see a sunrise and feel new. My skin longs for the warmth of the sun rays. My lips crave to smile and to greet the dimples long forgotten. My body craves the fresh air after rain. I still hope of being happy to be alive. Hope of falling in love with being alive. I imagine days where I feel content, where I don't feel a need to distract myself. A day that my childhood self took for granted. A day where genuine smiles come easy, and a day where my eyes twinkle in happiness. Some part of me knows that those days are out there. That's why I keep trying. I keep trying to win a war I've been fighting for years. There have been battles won and lost, milestones reached, and backward steps. But I will keep running. I will keep chasing those days, hoping the stars will tell me where the sun sleeps. And the day I will see the sunrise again, I'll be glad I never stopped fighting. I'll be grateful for all the things I've learned. The sun will rise, and I feel warmth and happiness come back and greet me and tell me how I've grown. Because through it all, the hardest battles have made me who I am the most.
Thank you so much, Lila. We have so much love in the chat. We have such soft, soothing poetry. Love this poet's voice. Take care of your heart. Take care of your heart. Your voice is so soft and wholesome. So much love in the Discord. If you are not in the Discord, I'm reminding you again because the Discord is just is full of love. Join us. If you don't want to, that's okay too. But if you want to, and if you want me to potentially shout out your comments, comment. I will shout them out. And it'll be lovely and it'll be fun. And you give me something to say while we wait for the judges to score these amazing poems because putting numbers to art is difficult. I have been grateful that I have never had to do it before. And I just, yeah, I have never had to put numbers to art. And I envy those who are able to because I cannot. I cannot do it. It's too hard. I have so much love for every single poet up on this stage. Speaking of, we have 4 more poets to go. And please welcome our next poet to the stage, Nora.
Dear Nora, I've been doing well lately, except for my legs. They're not working too well anymore. I believe Trump is the most evil man alive. Biden will need a colored female running mate to beat him. Thank you for the graduation photos you sent me. Is there any chance of you going into engineering next year? You know I had a fantastic career as an engineer. I've been keeping busy lately, watching lots of YouTube love pop. Email has always been my favorite way to communicate with my grandfather. It gives me the chance to get my words right before I have to say them. I love him so much, but he can be a difficult man to deal with sometimes. He's a product of the kitchen he was cooked in. I see him passionate about welfare, fighting for and using universal health care. Though he grew up poor, he can see some of the advantages he's had. He'll vote left in elections, though fiscally a conservative, because he believes in people too. But he says Biden will need a colored female running mate. He doesn't understand that Black Lives Matter, still stuck on All Lives Matter. Do I correct him? Dear Pop, Thank you for your letter, but colored is a racial slur from the 60s and before, a reminder of days of racial segregation and besides. We need more Black people in politics anyway. Love, Nora. I know I'm supposed to fight for change, have the uncomfortable conversations, but he doesn't have a lot of time left. Is it really worth disrupting the peace? I chant Black Lives Matter. I believe old white men need to be gone, but he's my old white man. So what do? I don't know. I'll get back to it later because there's more to address, like engineering. Me? I don't think I've enjoyed a math class since the 4th grade. I've known for years that I want to study history, and the fact that I've already been accepted to the program. And I know. He had a fantastic career as an engineer. He brings it up in every single letter. What do I say, dear Pop? I'm sorry, but there is a 0% chance of me going into engineering next year. I know how much you loved it. You talk about it constantly, but I know if I go into engineering, there is a 1,000,000% chance that I will be miserable. Love, Nora. Too harsh. Again, something else to get back to. What's next? His legs. He mentions the weakness in them, and I know. Someone who taught me how to play tennis when I was little, now struggling to get up from a chair, but what am I supposed to say? It's hard watching someone you love deteriorate. Dear Pop, I'm sorry your legs are failing you. Getting old must suck. Love, Nora. Oh, that's not right. What do? I need to combine them all and fix it somehow. How about, dear Pop? Thank you for your letter. I'm sorry your legs are failing you. I'm scared for the US election, but hopefully it'll go our way, and I'm excited to see a lot of diversity in it. Unfortunately, there is a 0% chance of me going into engineering. I know how much you loved it, though. Glad you're enjoying lots of YO YouTube. Love, Nora. Send.
Thank you, Nora. Lots of love in the Discord. As always, what a storyteller. Career as an engineer. Like, we wouldn't notice the casual Orion play. Too bad I noticed it and I loved it, says another commenter in the Discord. I cannot get over the talent these poets keep displaying. Seriously unreal. The familial and the political. Oof, go off, poet. Family is so complicated sometimes. Life is complicated sometimes. Oh, we love poetry in this chat. We love the poets that have hit the mic. The Discord is full of amazing love and amazing comments. And we are so excited. We got a few seconds though, while we wait for the judges to do the thing with the words and give the words that the poets did the thing with numbers. That's a phrase, right? That works. You know what I mean. So while we do that, friendly reminder that you can grab tickets to any of our previous events, or sorry, any of our, this is a word that I can't think of. What is the next? The future events. I do the thing with the words professionally sometimes, and I still can't think of the words. Grab tickets at our website for any of our future events or any of our events today. Today, 50% of our proceeds are going to the Freedom School. So if you want to support an amazing cause like the Freedom School specifically today, you can donate to today's events. If you want to donate to other events, that's super cool too. But if you want to donate today, this is where they're going. And that's super cool. And we have all of our scores in, which means we can go to the next poem. Please welcome Mo the Poet.
And this poem is called Sometimes. Sometimes it's me alone, gold high heels and all, usually by a lake. Sometimes I like to sit in my grief, mourn those that I have lost. Sadness, I am a waterfall. After all, have you seen a waterfall? I haven't. Imagine liters of water bungee jumping off a cliff, except the water never comes up bitter. Sadness is vital to my practice. Sometimes it is worthwhile to sit in your sadness. It calls on a Saturday afternoon, singing online, saying it's time to be lonely, even if you don't want to answer. How do I explain to the world creating art makes my heart heavy? Allow me to remain silent during conversation when we used to speak. My heart, mind, and body, they all need to heal. Sometimes I sit in silence with a friend, one who knows there's grief written across my forehead without the mention of it. Some days are long and others are shorter. On the long days, my body feels like a waterfall, fell into the deep end and ready to be pushed into the shallow end. Long days say, I know it's long, baby. You're almost there. Don't you want to see if you will survive this? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mo the poet. Um, in the Discord, lots of love. I love this poet's beautiful poetry. Mo is hitting me right in the soul, and I am here for it. Sadness is vital to my practice. I feel that. That has like a lovely little purple heart emoji attached to it, and some heart eyes as well. And Mo is hitting me right in the soul has two lovely heart eye attachments to it as well. At Saturdays are me time. Buzz off. I'm busy. Also, I got a testimonial from the Discord. We have a lovely human who says, and I quote, in case peeps think that the host is false advertising in the Discord, I'm in the Discord. I'm saying the Discord is a good place to be. So I'm very glad I have that lovely, lovely testimonial now. But it is. It's a great place to be if you want to be here. Sadness Saturdays, hashtag Sadness Saturdays. Last line is a piece all in itself. I'm not crying, you're crying. In other words, I am crying. Oh my God. So goodness, says another lovely human in the Discord. Oh, so good, so amazing. But we are almost done our second round. Can you believe it already? Like, where did the time go? I don't know. I don't have a watch. I do have a computer screen in front of me telling me it's 4:20 though. But we have our next poet coming up to the screen, and that is Cameron.
"13 Ways of Looking at a Memory," after Wallace Stevens. 1. I didn't even notice the thumping of bass when your fingers grazed my forearm. I mistook it for my heartbeat, and I could have sworn that when you looked into my eyes, every kid in that gymnasium, searching for a feeling even half as intoxicating, vanished. 2. When the black car pulled in to pick me up from my first school dance, I was old enough to know I liked you, but I was a girl, and you are a girl. 3. I've never been one with sticky fingers, but daily I would risk it all for a stolen glance. 4. For a month, during lunch, I sat by the trees, watching the leaves gently kiss the soccer field, learning about phases, how this was definitely not one of them. For the next month, I slowly started coming out to friends who told you who fast cut me out of your life, you who spent all your time proving how much you like boys. 5. The silence between us was so loud, it'd cover my ears each time you walked by, but that didn't stop me from overhearing you telling the new girl I was weird. 6. You once told me you were a bee without a stinger, but you turned out to be a wasp. 7. But it was me who etched your name into my forearm, or your initials as jewelry, my love, an open secret. 8. I texted you, if I ever die, it won't be your fault. You did not respond. The next day, when the guidance counselor called me into her office, I sighed with relief. At least I knew he read it. 9. At the hospital, I lied to the psychiatrist and she sent me home. 10. I no longer recall if we spoke after that. By graduation, you were just another white gown in the crowd. 11. I silenced your name with tattoos. 12. I dip my fingers in honey each day and paint my skin with sweetness. 13. I dye my hair in a bathroom here, in a city 6 hours away from where we met, when a song comes on the radio, a familiar thumping, and I realize I haven't thought about you in 10 years.
I really
Thank you so much, Cameron. The Discord. All these brilliant poets are bringing it. Talk about the feelings and then the little trademark symbol. Oh, I love the little trademark symbol. It really just like encapsulates a sentence for me, like a word. It's like, oh, that really hit, you know? This is a PSA, says another poet. I adore Cameron. This piece is a tapestry weaving words. There's so much going on in this text. I'm gonna need a minute to digest all this storytelling techniques. Awesome piece. Also, by the way, we're making Saturdays, not sadder days, a trend in the Discord. If you have a social media account, make it a trend for us. Tweet it at Twitter. Tweet us on Twitter at voices_of_today. Tweet Saturdays, not Saturdays, if you want to. Make it a lovely, cool thing. And now we have one last poet going. And this is the end of our second bout. Give it up for Sid.
I really don't want to die. Hard to believe, I know, but I really don't want to die. If anything, I just want to run away. Not from someone or something in particular, but just from my mind. I just want to forget some things. I have memories of you jumping torturously around my head all day, and they've begun to hold me captive, but I can never seem to find the off switch. So I constantly remind myself that everything I do in my life, and everything that I've done in my life, is everything that I have. I don't know any other truth, but embarrassment. All I feel is constant embarrassment. That is what it is. It's the embarrassment of having to be existing in this world that makes me want to die. It's acknowledging the truth that reality is a bitch. It's never going to get easier, but at least it'll be easier to hide. To hide. Hide. I want to hide. I don't want to die. I want to hide because that's all humans are good for anyway. Everyone is hiding something, whether it's from themselves or not, doesn't really matter. Maybe you're holding yourself back from them because you don't want to weird them out, or maybe you're hiding your opinion in fear of being judged, hiding what you do in fear of punishment, and hiding what you said in fear of confrontation, all while hiding what you feel in fear of emotion, because we've all ended up being taught that emotion equals weakness. Because we ourselves are all too scared of being seen as weak, because then we're vulnerable. But yet the only thing humans are good for seems to be hiding. So that is exactly what I do. I hide me from you. I hide you from me. I hide me from them. I hide because if I can hide, then maybe I can protect myself from everyone else. That is why lately I've been spending a lot of time alone. Just me, sitting in the dark with my unhealthy coping mechanisms like they're my only friends. And they just sit there lurking in the shadows, waiting for me to speak with them. You know, being alone is really not a bad thing. Lots of people like to spend their time alone, but me? Being alone is not my thing. Because when I'm alone, I think, which is not a bad thing until I think too much. But I tend to always think too much. And when I'm alone, it equals thinking. And I think too much, and thinking equals alone, so I do whatever I can to not think, which all end up being bad when done too much. Just like the thinking. It is all bad when it is too much. But the thing about that is it is always too much. No matter how much effort I put into it, it's too much, and I always feel it lurking, like a thorn lost in my knitted sweater, but I can't seem to find it, but it is there, jabbing at me, only when I have a spare moment to think about it, and then I think about it, and it's too much to think about, and no matter what I do, I can't stop feeling guilty for everything that I just keep doing. And honestly, no wonder. No wonder they've decided not to put up with it. I can't even put up with it.
Thank you, Just Sid. And that is the end of our competition for our second bout. Can you believe it? Can you believe we're here at the very end already? Because I certainly can't. But let me give one last shout out to these comments in the Discord while the judges do the thing with the numbers. The creativity and each and every one of these poets have put on display incredible location pieces. Okay, cinematography, these films. The cinematography, though, I am here for the location pieces. The soft boy filmmaker wannabe in me, my heart is shook. The feelings in the Discord, everything is blowing up. There is so much love for all of the poets. There is so much love for everyone. So amazing. Now, while the judges do the thing with the numbers, and while our lovely scorekeeper does the thing with the numbers and figure out what these scores look like, even though scores are arbitrary and everyone did amazing anyways, let me say a few quick things. That's a tongue twister. A few quick things. Thank you to our lovely sponsors who have helped us run this. Ontario Arts Council, Toronto Arts Council, thank you for so much. Golden Brick Publishing, EcoDot, Living Hyphen, thank you for supporting our festival. You have helped us run this amazing thing online, and without you, we would not be here. And that would be really sad. And I would not be here talking to all of you lovely humans, and that would be tragic. It's super awesome. Thank you to our lovely list of volunteers, which I will be pulling up. Angelica, Robin, LJ, Britt, Kay, Noah, Kaz, Zane, and Ollie, and our lovely judges, Michael, Ash, Billy, Holden, and MLV. It was phenomenal to have you all here. It's been super great. If you have not bought tickets yet to our events today, I've been plugging them the whole time. I'm going to plug them one last time. voicesoftoday.ca/festival-tickets /day/2. It might go up here, it might not, but that's okay. Go buy tickets today. We're supporting Freedom School, so 50% of all our ticket proceeds will be going there. And it's super great. Awesome. And we have our scores in for today. Let me pull those up. And I am super excited to tell you. Can I get a drum roll, please, in the chat while technology is being annoying and I'm trying to figure out where the scores are? Oh, my screen is not large enough for me to see all this in one row, and I do not have the brain capacity to keep scrolling. Okay, here we go. In 7th place, we have Nora. Give it up for Nora. In 6th place, we have Just Sid. In 5th place, we have Lila. In 4th place, we have Shauna. In 3rd place, we have Cameron. In 2nd place, we have Mo the Poet. And in 1st place, we have Liam. Congratulations to all the poets here today. Snaps and claps for everybody. Our top 3 poets from today's festival will be heading into our finals, into our next series of rounds or whatever, what may have you. And we are super excited to see even more poetry. Our next bout, though, that starts at 5:15, and we are super excited to see even more amazing poetry. So come join us back here at 5:15. Hey, competing poets, if you're watching me, by the way, we do need you to sign up on your scores. So if you could hop into the competing poets tab in the Discord, scroll down to bout 2, and head over to that Google form link so you can sign off on those forms. Do the little clicky clack with your fingers, or like figure out how to like sign it for us, check them off. That'll be super great. And it was super exciting. Thank you to all the poets. You all did absolutely phenomenally. Numbers are arbitrary and all the art was beautiful. And now that I'm not hosting anymore, I can tell you all that was so hard. All of it was amazing. And I'm so excited to see everything and all these major events that are happening at Voices of Today 2020. I'm super excited to hear even more poems, and I hope you are too.